Hello guys, welcome to the next video on Maven tutorial for beginners. In this video we will learn what are transitive dependencies in Maven. So in the previous video we have seen how we can add dependencies in our pom.xml file, right? And in the last video I have added this dependency for JUnit. And when we add this dependency, you have observed that this jar file is added to your Maven dependencies here. But if you have observed this Maven dependencies directory carefully, you may also observe that this jar file, which is called hamcrest underscore or hyphen core hyphen 1.3.jar, is also added to your project, and this is due to the addition of this JUnit dependency. So for example, I'm going to once again remove this dependency and I will save my files and see what happens here. Both will go at the same time, right? So I will just save it, and when I save it, then these dependencies will disappear. Okay, so you can see all the Maven dependencies are disappearing, right? And once again, when I add this dependency here and save the file, then these dependencies are downloaded and these dependencies come at the same time. But this is strange for us because we haven't added any dependency for this hamcrest core jar file. So how this dependency is coming? This dependency is the dependency of JUnit, right? So whenever you add the JUnit dependency, the JUnit also dependent on this hamcrest.jar file, and this you can verify from this dependency hierarchy you can see here. So just click this option here which says dependency hierarchy, and in here you can see the hierarchy of dependencies, right? So you can see when we added JUnit, the dependency for JUnit is this hamcrest core jar file, right? And this dependency of dependency is called transitive dependencies. Okay, now once again there is one more way of seeing the dependency of this JUnit, and we can see that hamcrest is the dependency of this JUnit. So once again go to your pom.xml file and press your control button. So press control and then hover over your JUnit dependency. You will see that you can click this dependency here, and when you click this dependency, it's going to open the pom.xml file for your JUnit jar file, and you can see the packaging format is jar, version is 4.12, and the group ID is JUnit and artifact ID is JUnit, right? And when we go to the pom.xml for the JUnit jar file, you can see all the group ID and artifact ID, and when you go a little down you will see the dependency list of this JUnit. Okay, so you can see the dependency of this JUnit jar is this org.hamcrest version 1.3, and that's why it's added here. Okay, and this is what is called the transitive dependency. Okay, so once again we will go to our pom.xml file and we will try to add one more dependency. Let's say we want to add a Hibernate project or Hibernate jar file to our pom.xml. So as you already know, if you want to add Hibernate jar file, you may search Hibernate Maven dependency and then search for it, and the first result which will appear here will be from mavenrepository.com/artifact/org Hibernate. So just click this link and here you can find many artifacts here, but the one we want right now is, for example, this first one, core hibernate ORM functionality, right? So I will click this and I will click the latest release version. So I will click the top one, right? And in here I can just copy this dependency from here, and I will go to my Eclipse IDE and paste this dependency here just below the JUnit dependency, right? And when I save this, see what happens here. So in some time it's going to download this Hibernate file and it's going to add it in our Maven dependencies, but at the same time it's also going to add some transitive dependency, as we are going to see in some time. So you can see here Hibernate core 5.1 final.jar file is added here, but at the same time there are some other jar files are also added, and these jar files are added to our Maven dependencies because they are the dependencies for this Hibernate core jar file. Okay, so you can see JBoss logging is added, Hibernate JPA is added, and then Java assist is added, and other jar files are added when we add this dependency here. So once again we will go to the dependency hierarchy tab here. So just click this dependency hierarchy tab, and you can see here once again the hierarchy. So we can see JUnit, and the dependency for it is this Hamcrest, and then Hibernate core, and dependency of it is JBoss, Hibernate JPA, Java assist, and other jar file, for example DOM for J. And this DOM for J also have its own dependency, which is XML APIs. Okay, so this dependency hierarchy tab will show you all the dependencies and the dependencies of the dependencies, and these are called the transitive dependencies. Once again we can also verify this by just pressing Control and then pressing this Hibernate group ID and artifact ID here. Okay, so just click it and it's going to open the POM for org.hibernate, and you can see packaging type is jar, and when I go to pom.xml file of it, you can see these dependencies of this Hibernate, right? So you can see JBoss is the dependency, and you can see Hibernate Java X is dependency, you can see Java assist is the dependencies, and all the other dependencies which are here are also listed here. Okay, so these are the dependencies, and this is how the transitive dependency works. So always remember, the dependency of the dependency is your transitive dependency. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.